All right, hey man, look, my name's Brandon Durham. You can find me on Facebook, Brandon's Mobile Detailing LLC, Instagram, same. And you got me on TikTok as well. You see a lot of my videos and all that content at Mr. Never Give Up 92.
Dope. So I tell anybody, anytime we sit down, I like to build a foundation. What I mean by that is I want people by the end of this video, they don't got to go Google you. They ain't got to do nothing else to find out what they need to know about you. I like to build a foundation from the ground up as you as a person all the way into your business. Gotcha. So we start that before we get in any of the business stuff. Just get these people some quick hitters about you, things that's important just to you as a person.
Oh man, what's really more important to me, man, really big is family. And I'm a big family man oriented. I love my family to death. I got 3 little ones of my own now. I just had a newborn as well. But coming out of Cochran, Georgia, man, my hometown.
Not Cochran.
Cochran, baby, Cochran, man. Look, man.
I went to school down there, man.
What?
Yeah, back when it was Middle Georgia College, though, not now.
Hey, look, I was there too as well.
Hey, that's love, though. I love Cochran. I got love for Cochran.
That was up, bro. Yo.
So, let's speak to that, man. How was it growing up in Cochran? Let's just start it there.
Man, listen. One of the best times of my life, I'm not going to lie. As a kid growing up, man, you had to go outside and play football with your friends, basketball, whatever, backyard, all that type of good stuff, man. Run to the candy lady, get your candy and whatnot, like that type of ordeal. And man, look, the favorite spot was the hill.
Now, shout out Blackley. I know y'all big on football, stuff like that. Did you play football then?
Yes,
I don't think you have a choice in Blackley.
No, you had to play football in Blackley. There ain't no doubt about it. You had to play, man. I played middle school, did 2 years in high school. Fortunately, had an injury at that time, though, but I still went out with a bang, though.
I understand them injuries. In my little high school career, I thought I kept destroying my knee till it was over for me, man. Thought I was headed to the league, but then again, I was like 5'1", so I don't know where I thought I was headed to, man. But what position did you play? I ask everybody, what position did you play? Okay. And on camera, I got to ask you, was you cold?
Okay, running back, linebacker, and yes, I was decent, pretty decent.
Now, what's decent? What's decent? I can't let you know with that, because decent is a great area.
Decent. Like the coach would say, hey, I need somebody to go in here real quick and knock some head loose. I'm going to send Brandon in there real quick. All right, especially at linebacker.
You was a tough yardage one day.
Yeah, I'm tough.
We need a yard or two. We need you to run through there.
Hey, we'll go ahead and get it done, man.
All right, speak to that. So talk to us about, after you, of course, you stopped playing football. How'd you kind of, because that's a big thing when athletes, like once they stop playing, that gap that now shows up. How did you kind of feel that gap at that time?
Man, at that time, I really thought about like, man, what I really going to do with my life? Because I did have other 2 sports I played. I played basketball and I played soccer as well. And
soccer? That's surprising.
Hey. Now that, to be honest, that fire.
Soccer always been fun, but I ain't never get into soccer.
Man, listen, man. That region champion, man, best defensive player in 2007. Played good up to 9 years. So played a little bit in college, Middle Georgia College as well, man.
Coach they had a good soccer team too, so that says something. Cold. That was good. Now you know they good. I don't even know soccer, but I knew they was good. Like, that's real though.
Yeah, after they soon changed, but bro, like making that adjustment after, especially after high school. If you want to go to college or you want to go to the service, or you just want to branch out, do something different. At the time, entrepreneurship wasn't on the table. It really wasn't. So you got to think about like, man, either I'm gonna go to school or I'm going to a service. Mm-hmm. Like any type of branch of service, that's what you had to do. So. It was a big adjustment, definitely, because you're really thinking like, oh man, as a kid, man, I want to go to college, I want to hit college real good, and go straight to NFL or NBA or wherever you want to go, what the profession was, what you were playing sports in, and my mind just cut off short, like a lot of athletes.
That's a big thing you mentioned right there, and like especially at that moment when you leave in high school, mm-hmm. It's like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go college? Am I going workforce? Or am I going service? Speak to that. What made you? Like, did you ever get into the service, or what made you not go to the service?
No. I actually wanted to go to the Marines. I went to the recruiter. I did the whole shebang. Like, really did. Only thing was left for me signing those papers on that dotted line, and actually, saying the words and all that good stuff. But I backed out of it. Like, it just something told me it's something else.
As somebody in the service, that was 100% the right decision that you went with. Because I tell, there's a lot of people who stay in that position, like, I don't really think it's right, but I'm going to do it because what else? I'm going to tell people, military is the worst thing to do with the mindset of what else I'm going to do. Because you're going to 100% hate it when you're there. And it ain't like a job where if you don't like you, nah, baby, you signed this contract. You locked in these 3 years. Like, you can't go nowhere. So I tell you, if you want to do it, by all means, I support that. But if you only there because you don't know what else to do, you're not going to like it. So that's a big thing that you was like, Sutton told me not to do it and you didn't do it. And I'm pretty sure you probably don't regret not doing it.
No, I don't regret it because think about this, God still made a way for me to actually, make it through those years of other choices I thought about doing, especially with service wise. He still made a way for me, regardless of the states or whatever. I thought that that I was gonna go above or whatever like that.
Perfect.
Like I was saying, man, with that, it was cool though. I went to college. Did my couple of years. Got my education in early childhood education. Actually, I love the kids, don't get me wrong. I love being around the children, trying to teach them and coach them up. That's another goal I want to get to is coaching.
Oh, let me ask you this, because I know you mentioned you went to Middle Georgia and you was from Cochran.
Yeah.
What made you stay home? Is that a reason for that? It just happened to be, because a lot of people just go to school that's near. Was there a certain reason for that, or you just didn't want to leave the area?
One, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't want to leave the area. That's number one, just being real. Two, really, my mom's, man. My mom's and my pops, like really, they were getting up to that age, like my mom is now. But back then, they had hiccups and stuff like that. So, let me be close.
Yeah, you gotta stay close. No, that makes sense. Yeah, like even me, that's why I went to Middle Georgia, because it's like 30 minutes that way. Like, it's real. Some people, some people either they on the spectrum, they want to go as far away as possible, or they just want to stay close. So I was just wondering, picking your brain on that. So we, of course, we went to Middle Georgia. We got our degree. What did we do after you just graduated? What was our mindset then? What was we doing?
Man, let me see if I can get a better job, better paying job.
What were you? I'm pretty sure you had a job during college. What was you working at?
Pizza Hut.
Oh, ain't no wrong with that.
Man,
I was at McDonald's. That one little strip in Cochran. I worked at the McDonald's with the gas station.
Man, get out, man. You tell me we were down the road from each other, man. That's crazy.
Real talk. I was there every day. I was a night shift manager too. I was there fold the clothes every day.
Man, look, night shift over here too.
What?
Slanging pizzas.
That's all. That's it, man. So we down the street. It's crazy how things intertwine, man.
That is crazy,
so,
bro.
all right, we at Pizza Hut. Obviously, once you graduate, you're probably not staying at Pizza Hut. So what was the mindset there?
Either I was going to jump into coaching, see how that was going to roll with, or find a different calling. And that's when the Department of Corrections knocked at the door. Yeah, so...
talk to us about this one right here.
Oh, man. Yo, what is not to talk about Department of Corrections? I'm just gonna put it out there. At first, they butter you up, get you in there. You want to get you in the door.
Anything else, of course.
And I'm like, okay, cool. I expect that to go with that nature. But man, when you really get in there like a good 9-10 months, everything starts shifting. Your mindset starts to shift. Everything around you, just like my whole world just changed, just like that. Oh, it was fun. It was fun. No couple of months coming up. No, when that stuff start hitting.
Now, when you say hit, for my people who never worked in corrections, what's that experience like? Because I'm sure, was those first 9 months, was that all, I know y'all go through a lot of training, was that all training? And then it's like, because they didn't do the job when you start. Oh, you guys are going to do excellent. We happy to have y'all here. Then they throw you out there to the wolves, and now you really in the water.
Yeah, hey, if you ain't no darn leading the wolf pack type of person, please find you something else. I'm telling you right now, just go find you something else, because it ain't going to work.
Not being funny, I would feel like somebody who never worked corrections, I would feel like that common sense, like, yo, if you kind of like, I ain't friendly, like, if you kind of weak-minded, you probably don't need to be in here with, like, these type of people, because they going to get you.
Oh, yes, man. They the greatest at what they do, or they the greatest at what they do.
That's a fact. Hey, salute them. That is a real talent, yo.
Saying, because you think about this, they get behind bars, man. They ain't got nothing else to do. They ain't got really like we're on the outside. We got so much things we can get ourselves into, stuff like that.
Sit around thinking about how to finesse you.
Exactly.
That's it all day. That's
it's
the only
game,
thing
man. It's the game, and they was. I tell you, the inmates, they was cold with it.
Now, man, I got to put you on the spot. I like to show the genuine side of people. Did an inmate ever kind of finesse? Not anything, obviously, nothing that serious. Don't incriminate yourself or nothing. But like, even it's like a funny story where like an inmate might have got you like, I don't know how I feel for that.
Oh no! Story. Oh heck no!
Okay. Did you ever see one of somebody?
Of course.
You really went for that?
Women, yes. The women.
Come on, man. They kill women, man.
Listen. My young women, man, especially when young ones, either just getting out, some came out of high school, and I know it was dead in the water then, but you know, with new people coming in and whatnot, and you were like a veteran in the game, you try to actually teach them and show them the road.
Like, don't go for it. They still
don't go for that. Yeah, look, they're gonna see you as a pretty face, that and the third, but at the same time, they want what they want, and they're gonna get how they want it. How they gonna get it? So you gotta think about it. How I'm gonna get this officer so and so to get me these phones in here, or smuggle this in here, or get this from my mom and bring this, that type of ordeal. Trust me, they'll play with your heartstrings. They will play with. They give you that sad sob story. I mean, just like people on the outside here, but they way better than that though. Because they ain't got nothing else.
They sit all day and perfect that line. While you work that 8-hour shift, the rest of the time he ain't there. He like, yo, when she come back in, I'm gonna hit her with this. Hey, yeah, that's crazy though.
Hey man, listen, my over 5 years, man, in that game right there, man, it was something. Don't get me wrong. I seen my shares of, blood come across the floor, dragging folks across the floor, go in the room, dragging these jokers out of here. And don't get me wrong, a lot of myself did change. But more important thing didn't change me is how I treat people. And that will not change. Even though I'm in that system, that's still as a test for you to see if you really gonna stick to your guns. Like, be you, but also have a line you won't cross.
Yeah.
You gotta have that.
Be respectful, but be firm. Like, yo, it's love, but we're not doing that at the same time.
Oh, we ain't finna talk to an old buddy here and time to get me to, hey man, since you cool, man, I want to get you to. I said no. I said now you disrespected that line, so now you know we gotta have some words right there. Yeah, right.
But now you trying, man. It's love. I tell you, it's love till it ain't love. Then it is what it is. Because I wanted it to stay love if it could.
It could, man.
No, that's a fact. So as you were working corrections, and do you still do corrections or no?
Oh no. I'm actually working in still in law enforcement exactly, but I'm actually working on Air Force Base as a police officer.
Oh, okay, Hey, I be on base now. Next time you see me, man, just act like you don't see me from speed, man. Do me a favor, man.
I'm gonna try to show the other way, like, hey, don't worry about it.
I can respect it. If I'm tripping, you gotta do your job. Like, come on, bro, you was doing 40 over. What you thought I was gonna do for you? Hey, no. So we in corrections, and while you was in corrections, that's when you started, of course, thinking about just projects to do, kind of just, to even out the balance. Obviously, being in corrections, that can be kind of, heavy. Just on your mindset, one just seeing those type of things that, we don't have to go in detail on. You can kind of assume what happens in there from time to time, like you said.
Right.
So you ended up working on a project just in your free time. Talk to people about that project and what you were doing.
That free time was actually detailing cars. When I tell y'all, at first, it was just an outlet, some peace, man. Like, get one of the dirtiest cars, or you take your fit and get one of the dirtiest cars like that, and start working on it little by little. And it's like it's just relief. Like somebody just go out to go work out in the gym or go play basketball with the fellas and stuff like that. That was my outlet. I no offense, I am a people person, but didn't have too many people, surrounding me.
No, that's real though. Like, especially in the job field you was doing, bro, you're around people all day. That's kind of like me with this. Like, I'm around people all day, so when I leave here, I just want to kind of beat on myself for a second. Like, so the same thing, I've been watching, I'm around, I got to watch, talk to people all day. Let me go here and find something quiet to do.
Exactly.
So that makes sense how you ended up just detailing cars. So you started with one car, correct? You was just focused on?
I was focused on just, actually, my car, my mom's car, and my sister's car to start off.
So then we go from there. At what point did it go from just peace of mind to, you know what, hey, I'm actually kind of good at this, man. I need to do something with this.
Jesus, man. I actually really started in 2016. And then what really made it more serious was back in 2019 when I first made that business page. Like, I'm finna actually really put myself out here. I'm really finna, let's dig into this. Like, it's money to be made in this, but you gotta think about it. Don't go in the mindset of, how much money can I make? Because you're gonna actually, really,
that's like, I know what you mean. That's like now, like, because people see what I'm doing with my podcast. They're like, I want to start a podcast. I'm like, yo, do you want to start a podcast because you think you're going to make money, or you want to start a podcast because you just like talking and want to have a podcast? Because no matter what you do, whether podcast and detailing cars, like, I can speak, because this is easy for me to speak podcast. A lot of people are like, yo, I'm funny, I'm entertaining. So like, when I do this, everybody gonna watch. That's what they assume. Same thing, like, yo, I be cleaning cars on fire. So when I start this for professionally, everybody just gonna come to me. And then what happens is you just automatically assume out the gate you're gonna make all this money. And then when, like any business, it don't, I mean, we wish it would. And if you start and it worked for you, congratulations, but you are the one in a million that you just automatically out the gate making money. So what happens when you only got into it, not for the love of doing it, but for the money, and then you don't make the money, you don't want to do it no more. And that's why a lot of businesses never actually make it to the point of being successful, because they didn't want to put in the hard work. Like, if you love doing it, like me with my podcast, it was me and the homies from the jump. So like if we never made a dime, it was cool because it's just me and the homies. Like this is what we doing it for. But if it was, yo, from day one, bro, I ain't made no money yet. Man, I've been doing this for about a week, man. I still ain't got nobody calling for no check. By week 2, I don't want to do this no more. Same thing.
Yes.
That's a big point you were making, that, you know, a lot of people get into these industries and just assume, you know, that they just automatically gonna pop, which we wish you well and we hope you do.
Right, of course.
But if we just speaking on averages and what's likely to happen, that's probably just not gonna be the case.
And especially just hitting on us, especially with our skin tone, man. Like they don't see a lot of us making it in that way. Like, that's just for a spell. You ain't really gonna make it. And you gonna have your people who gonna doubt you. That truly is though. If you actually in your hometown and if you popular, yeah, you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? People gonna flock to you like.
I'm gonna even stop you there. It's like when you popular, you're gonna get, and that's the crazy thing again, because I see a lot, because I deal with a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
People confuse popularity with like they in turn that like it's gonna automatically equal financial success. Because there's a lot of people who will know of your business. Like when you post something, they'll share it and they never paid a dime towards you. So yeah, you popular. Like to me, I'd rather be unknown and then you support the business because that's all you know is the business, than be popular and like, yeah, you mention my business, but you ain't never actually put no money into it. And that goes back to feeding into where I'm popular, so everybody gonna automatically support me. Well, what's support? Because I mean, technically sharing your post is support, but it didn't make you no money. So it means what type of support is you looking for too? And that's things people got to be real with. Like, yo, I know they gonna show love because they know me, but are they actually gonna show love in the way that keeps moving my business forward? Right. That's the disconnect a lot of people have.
That's two different
there's two
areas
different ones. Because being popular is cool. Like, yeah, they know you, but like, you could be real popular and be broke. Like, there's a lot of broke popular people because that's what happens when you go into it.
Hey, you got a point there, man. And like I said, for me, man, no offense, I wasn't that popular guy, and I'm fine with that. I always actually wasn't that popular athlete, wasn't that popular guy in school, nothing like that. Man, listen, when I work, I worked from that ground up and coming up with it, coming getting out that mud. That what type of character I was. That's how my dad put into me. Because like I already said, you're not gonna be the best top guy or whatever you doing. Fact. But at the same time though, if you got that grind, grit, and all that good stuff, put that all together, your work ethic is it's insane. Like people on the way like, man, that boy is kind of crazy. Like he do got a point. Like, hey, he crazy, but he making some solid ass damn moves right now. So that get the bandwagon folks to jump on it then. But the folks really was down for you like that. Like just my pops. I'm telling you. That speaks for itself. Your work will speak for itself.
That's a fact. Like, especially like you said, if you're not well known before you start, then you know you gotta, like I tell everybody, if it's undeniable, they can't deny you. Like, yeah, if they start showing you love, paying you attention, guess what? It's because you putting out the product they want. Because it's not like they knew you and they just being nice to be nice. Yeah, like, bro, they only here because they like what you're doing. They want their car detailed. They want to work with you because they see the work. And to me, that's the best way to be, because it's not like you get a lot of, like, I wouldn't say fake love, because they may like you. Like, they may like you, but they don't really like your detailing. But, like, yo, I like you, so I'm going to share it, but I'm never going to actually, like, pay you to detail my car. I'd rather you like me detail it, and then, you know, if you don't like me as a person, but you like me as a detailer, all right, which one make money? The detailer.
Hey, yeah, there you go. I respect that. Yeah. You got to think about this. Like, when that actually check or Cash App thing or whatever the case might be, hey, you know what I'm saying? Look, you don't like me as a person, but the thing about it is you like my work.
And I tell you, like, with my podcast, hey, whether, you know, you two don't break down the people who like me and the people who don't like me when they send me my check for the views. Everybody paid the same as far as I'm concerned.
That's what I'm talking about. Say, look.
Hey, so I know you mentioned when you first started, obviously, you know, you kind of had to build it up. Like you said, you probably didn't have the biggest base, like you said, because you weren't, I mean, Cochran's kind of small, so everybody kind of knows everybody, but it may have not been at the level where they just wanted to just jump in with you. So speak to those people who were kind of there from the beginning, who really helped you get your business off the ground.
Oh man, when I say this, number one supporter, Mondukes, Pops, my sister, and you know, right there, my brothers, man, right over there in that corner, right there. Every chance that I want to actually do something, and they know that I'm not gonna start it and just drop it. They know me, so I'm getting into it. I'm in for the long haul. I'm not finna sit here and just, like, you know, play with it. Right. So, like, you know, especially shout out to one of my cousins too, man, as well. When I first started that business page in 2019, he was the #1 Kane supporter. It's like, hey, bro, I'm putting this money in. I want you to start. I'm gonna start the business cards. I want to get you your first business shirt. Do wop bop bam. Just
That's what you said. You said his name, or
yeah,
you gotta say his name.
Oh, I'm sorry, Denzel Mathis, man.
That's
Denzel
real.
Mathis, all real. That is one solid behind family member I got. And man, when he saw me actually push towards that, he was like, you know what, bro? He called me right then. Like I made the page something like 2 in the morning. He hit me up 30 minutes later, like, oh, you real? Are you serious now? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do it. He said, look, so you know what? Never mind that. Hey, check your cash out. And I'll be able, he said, I'll be able to right in a minute too, and I'm finna help you out.
That's real love, because a lot of people, it's easy to say I support you when it doesn't impact me in any way. Like I can say, yo, bro, I support what you're doing, and cool, because it didn't, like, it wasn't saying that, but when you actually reach in your pocket, like, bro, I support what you're doing,
yes.
Here go this, like, that's some real, like, there's nothing to be questioned there. Ain't nobody just throwing away money, just being nice. Like,
right,
they gotta
exactly. They gotta believe that, man. If you actually do believe in one of your family members or one of your friends or a complete stranger, a complete stranger come out the street and actually believe in you and just like throws you money for your business. It's up to you what you're really gonna do, but that's still saying like, that's a lot. That's a big statement. They're speaking very loud.
It's easy to. That's my thing. I'm big on actions. Like you could tell me all day through your words, I believe in you, this and that. But when you actually pursue an action to stand on that, like here goes some money, or even something like, bro, I ain't, because everybody, you know, we ain't count pocket. Everybody not financially able to just reach in there and just give you money, right. Bro. I can't really give you no money, but when you washing cars, bro, I come out there and help you, bro, so we can maybe hit more cars, you know, as they show up. Like somebody taking an action really shows true support in what you're doing. So that's super dope. So he came, he gave you it sounds like he gave you a lot of the startup money to really get it going. Where do we take off with from there? Now that we got a little Easter egg to really get the business going.
All right, we started up with Dell, man. Like it started branching off to customers out of town. Instead of just in town, out of town. And don't get me wrong, man, the prices back then, man, was stupid. But it was making money though. You think about it, you're starting business. And
you gotta
start.
It's crazy you say that, because like I tell everybody, bro, you gotta know where you're at when you start your business within the market. Like you can't automatically jump in and go, like you might see the top dog might be charging X amount. You don't need to charge X amount, because now you're gonna put people like into an area where like I might have gave you a chance, but now as a consumer, if you charge what he charged, I don't know what you do, but I've seen him do this for a while. I'm gonna have to go with him. That just makes more sense.
It makes more sense.
Or like, but you also don't want to be too cheap. But now because I noticed something too. When you're too cheap, it gives off the impression that you're low value or low quality too. So when the market, you got to find that sweet spot where like I don't really force you to choose between me and somebody already established, but I don't also, finesse myself out of, not getting my true value either, because that's a weird area to find. So now once you nickel and diming and find that sweet spot, and then as you prove yourself, that's when you start moving up, and then that's when you can kind of get near the top dog. Because guess what? Now both people know both of y'all. They know what y'all do. Now I can actually have a true fight. But just starting, that's like a lot of people like, bro, I want to charge this. I tell everybody, I can't tell you what you're worth. I can only tell you what I pay, and that ain't what I pay. But,
man, you gotta actually, when you was actually starting your business, especially with detailing wise, man, if you could just do the basics, okay, cool. Work on that basic. That's like a beginning of a craft. Work on that craft to the point where you can kill that. The next next 6-7 cars you get, you killing that. Oh, that's easy. Let's step up the game. Let's start doing some shampooing or some nature.
That's different. Like I see a lot of people still ain't got that. That's where the money at.
That is the ballpark game, right? That's your game winner right there.
Especially shampoo people with kids, boy. I be needing my seat shampoo, man. That's real talk.
And I'm your guy right here. You already know.
I'm about to get your car. My car stay dirty, man. All the kids, man, for real, man. So like when you first started, because I know like now a lot of like detailers, they be having like crazy. I didn't even know I don't know if it's a new thing with all this equipment that be coming out now to detail cars. Or because I remember back in the day, bro, you came out there with the little rags, and you came with the little spray bottle, and that's all you had. But now I be seeing the shampoo would show up with like vacuum cleaners and all this different type of stuff.
Yo,
when the industry upgraded like that?
Oh man, I'm gonna say this, but for my part. Really, I upgraded all my stuff back in 2021, seriously. Back then, with 2019, 2020, I was slowly getting piece by piece. Like, my first big cleaner, literally, was a steam cleaner. And I tried to clean stains out of seats and stuff like that. And it did a good job. It didn't say it did a low job, but it did a great job. But ain't nothing like that real shampoo machine that really is gonna get there. It's gonna take some time to get the talent. So me, man, was YouTubing, practicing, and shoot, at the time, and Cocker, man, was a local detailer there, man. And actually I worked with him in corrections at the same time, at the same prison. And he was doing detailing as well. But man, listen, when I say he was up there, when I was down here, he was up there. But he didn't mind dropping down here like, hey, teach you this, I'm gonna show you this, boom, wop, wop, bam. He ain't mind showing me none of that. And man, listen, when I say, I'm calling him Officer Pitts, exactly. Officer Pitts was just one of those guys where if I needed any situation that I was kind of nervous, I didn't know what to do, or I pile up on some cars or something like that, he said, hey man, pull up in the yard, you just give me a small fee, we'll call it. He said, for me, I make mine, but at the same time, I know you're trying to make your name too as well, so let's do it together. And I respected that, and I appreciate him for that, and I'm always going to still talk to him to the day. I'm still give out good advice on detailing why, because now for me, I'm fully mobile now, and I got all the equipment and that and the third. He's want to do that part now too, but back in Cocker, you got to think about it. Where you at? People are not going to pay those prices, which you really deserve, but they're going to pay the prices because what they can afford at the time.
Yeah, Cocker. For those people who are not familiar with Cochran, it is more of a rural area where, like, hey, some cities are just like that. Hey, whoever cheap is probably gonna win. Like, quality is not the first decision maker usually in the area. Even here, low key in Middle Georgia, honestly itself, just why not just Cochran? If you cheaper, they probably going to you, bro. Like, if you cheaper and like the quality is even debatably somewhat close, I'm gonna go with him because he's cheaper. That just is what it is. But no, that's dope because a lot of people too, like you said, he was the top dog there. You see some people who will reach down and want to give you the game. And you see other people who just look at you as competition and they don't want to tell you anything. So for him to be willing to help you out says just a lot about him as his character and him, and honestly his belief in you. Because whether we want to acknowledge it or not, he was making competition. Like, that is what it is.
When that man was doing, he was doing 18 wheelers. I'm still stuck on cars.
And that might have been it too, because like when you get to a certain level of comfortability in your business, or you get to a certain level of money, bro, I ain't really tripping about if you go get some of these cars. I'm doing 18 wheelers. So that kind of shows to how successful his business was too. Because like what you was about to get into was not even what he was trying to do anyway. So it didn't even matter.
There you go. Exactly, man. You just pull up with him and be like, hey, if you want to, if you got time to come want to see me do how to do this 18 wheeler, I'll show you how to do that. And I was like, you never know, you may get you one. And be honest with you, keep detailing like that, you're gonna get you one. I mean, at least gonna get one out the bunch.
Facts.
And listen, a pop, just exterior, man, we're looking at like at least 250, 300.
Sheesh.
I mean, at least 2 hours making that quick. Come on now, think about it for me.
Come on now.
I'm just saying, look, the money's out there.
Let's get into your business now. Okay. Tell people the name of your business and why did you decide that name for your business?
My business is Brandon's Mobile Detailing LLC, and you know the reason of getting into it, man, because like I said, it was my outlet. And you know, and it gave like my own therapy. It kept me out of dark places. And I believe it or not, dealing corrections and doing law enforcement, you're gonna get in those dark places, regardless of who you are. You're gonna get either 1, 2, or maybe 10. You never know. It just depends on what you got going on in your life, your work environment, and your personal life as well, because it can take a toll on you. So, for me getting into it, man, it like I said, it was all about giving more quality than just doing quantity. I wanted to get quality work. And at the prices I was charging at that time, I know okay, it's gonna pay off in the long run. Instead of just think about big money on the short game, think about the long game. If I develop myself as getting this quality work at these prices that I'm knocking at, I'm gonna get out there. It's probably gonna take some time, but I'm gonna get there. Thank God, I thank from everything that I'm now to that point where now people see my work and I charge what I'm charging. But now the people saying you still charging too low. You still should be going up high. I'm like, you know what? We're going to get there in due time. Just like we got in the time back in the day, we're going to get there in due time as well.
I wasn't trying to put you on the spot asking your prices, but there's been a few mentions to your prices, so I got to ask, how much are we charging?
All right, man, for a basic full in and out, you know what I'm saying? Like for a car, for example, it's $85. So when we start with the car, man, we're going to do the exterior. We're going to start with the wheels and tires, man, under the carriage, get that cleaned up nice for you, man. And then we'll go to the rinsing part of the process, man. Get some bug removal from the front to the front bumper and all that. Spray some of that on there, go all around the car, and it basically just come up with some break up some of that dirt that's built up on the ground on your car. So basically, make the rinsing process more better.
Yeah.
Rinse it off, foam bath it down, get your mitts and whatnot, do your thing, get your brushes, whatever you got to do. Get them to the little crevices on the outside of it where pollen likes to sit in. So hey, you think about those too. Rinse that all off. Get the drying process going. Get your towel, get your blower, get all the water out of cracks and crevices there, and wait in the third. And get through with that. Throw your tire shine on. Clean your windows inside and out. And then you go in the inside. Vacuuming out, door jams, vents, get out that dust, cup holders, in between the seats, crevices, all that mess right there. If you got leather seats, leather conditions, a 2-step process. You know, man, shoot, leather cleaner, leather lotion.
Y'all hear him. He ain't playing around with y'all right now.
Listen, this ain't no game, man. Listen, when I say I had years of practice with this, actually sitting myself down, YouTubing, asking other detailed questions, really not in the state of Georgia. Sound like somebody like South Carolina, or we talking about somewhere up in California type of, like I'm actually inboxing these people and asking them for advice. Now, you know, some of them don't reach back out, but if they see somebody actually trying and they see your business page and all that, okay, I like what he's doing. And if I can, you know, more of his skills, hey, I do that. But YouTube is a way to go. You follow certain people of your craft and what they're doing the same, and they bumping like that, and you see them when they started and how they are now, you can learn from that. By just looking at their videos, rewinding it, doing this and doing that, I'm finally getting to the point where actually doing my buffing process has got a whole lot better. Like buffing my swirls and scratches and stuff like that. Bringing back your paint, like if it look like you got so much oxidation on it, I'm bringing back the color. That's like a paint correction. So man, listen, back then right here, like right now, but back then, ain't no none of that. None of that. Shampoo, ain't no none of that. What is shampoo? I don't know what that is. Like I didn't know how to do the process at the time, how to do it, or what chemicals to use, or what drill brush to get. So you gotta think about it. All that process to coming up from here to now. It's like you don't grow so much in these amount of years. And the point where, why stop now? It's been 7 years in the game. Why stop?
That's a fact.
It's actually you benefiting more now than anything. Even though you started as an outlet, this is get your mind, it still do. I still have my days. I have my, you know, like every other human out here. They have their days and whatnot. I promise you not. If I got a customer on my schedule saying that they need a detail that day and I had to go do it, I'm like, I'm happy I get to go do something. Cause you know what? I get out the house, I can release myself, but I'm making money though.
Right.
The money is just behind, like, okay, yeah, I'm making money, that's cool, that's good. But it ain't the biggest thing. It's really not.
That's a fact. That makes sense. So do you take bookings every day, or do you have certain days you do the details?
I take bookings every day. And if and I rotate my schedule around, do my base schedule and my family schedule, because you got to maintain a family.
Absolutely.
Period.
You got to have that work-life balance.
Hey, listen, kids are important, more important than anything to me. So I would have to, if I had to rearrange my schedule just for getting some time with them. I don't even care if it's just a couple hours. One want to do homework, one want to go outside, and now I got this newborn here. Changing diapers and formula. Here we go. That's just how it is, though. But what it is, time for my family. Period. They take care of family things, personal family stuff, whatever the case might be. But that schedule is always worked around my family and my family time.
That's a fact. I'll be bringing my kids in the studio with me. We gonna have some time. Hey, sit there and be quiet. We'll play as soon as I'm done with this video. If we got to, man. That's real talk. My
girls came with me one detail. They had their own little detailing shirts on or whatnot, their name on it. Listen, and at the end they're like, Daddy, what time we going home? I'm like, babies, we got to finish. She's like, okay, Daddy, all right, okay. And they get their brushes and whatnot, they do this. That's how you do it. I said, yes, baby, that's how you do it. It was just that bonding time with me and my girls at the time. Absolutely. Man, listen, when we gonna do the next one? I man, I kind of keep y'all out late because y'all school time, so yeah, I can't probably do it on the weekends, not during the weekdays, but they had fun. It was like bonding. So the thing about this, actually another thing too, want to talk about is like leaving a legacy and a heritage for my kids. Like have them something to do. Like when they come up, like I want them to be their own boss. Like a lot of us when we were growing up, we didn't have that opportunity to be our own boss. Yeah, we probably seen Uncle Ray and them doing concrete work or something like that, but they showed us, but they didn't teach us how to get to that point. Now we see entrepreneurship as this beacon of light for the future. So why not take advantage of that? Now we know about it. Let's teach our kids that too, to the point where they ain't got to come in and say, hey boss, what I got to do today? Or hey boss, am I on cut table today, or do I got to do fries today, something like that. It ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm not knocking that. But the thing about this, being your own boss is very more important. But getting those skills and how to do certain crafts and stuff like that, yeah. Take that and run with it.
It's like having the option. Like, yeah, you say everybody don't want, everybody don't want to be the boss. Some people just cool. Hey, let me just clock in, do my thing, go home. Everybody don't want to do that. But like you said, it's important to know that you had the option. Now, if you know you can and you don't want to, that's cool. But a lot of us growing up or generations before didn't even understand they had the option to. You just automatically assume grandpa worked here, pops worked here. When I get out of high school, guess what? I get to go work. Like, that's really what it was. That's why you see generations of people, like, especially in factories, you see generations on this same line, because that's all they grew you up to do was to work here. You never even thought, or if you decided, hey, instead of working at the warehouse, I think I want to go do this. You what? No. How do you know that's going to be? How do you know that's going to turn out right? Like, no, you gonna come here with us. Like, and you got to have that one person in your family. It's like, I tell everybody, if you don't have the example of somebody who tried it in your family, guess what you need to be? Like, you're going to be an example, whether good or bad. And sometimes, you could argue it's just following line, good or bad, because, you just more kind of keeping up what the family expects. But, hey, man, I'd rather the family look at me like, he tried and failed than he ain't even tried.
Tried. Oh.
Like, you gotta be, at some point, somebody gotta see somebody do something other than what they already seen people do. And that's dope that you did that. So I guess the major goal with this detailing, we gotta ask, what's the end game on this? What do we want? Like, what are we hoping to accomplish within this business?
Accomplish the business I really want to do. I want to continue doing more great quality work. Just keep building on that craft, building on that, and building on my brand. And actually, putting it out there more, but also actually chance of teaching the younger generation as well how to, like I said, you got these options. You can choose what you want to do. I'm not saying you have to be an entrepreneur of doing detailing. You can be an entrepreneur doing anything. I just want to teach you and show you something that you actually can have in your back pocket to use if you actually want to do it. So you just point like, I did detailing with, Mr. Durham over here. He taught me this, that, and the third. I ain't never think about it till now. I'm 23, 24 years old. I'm like, I got a game in my pocket. I just ain't pulled it out yet. So that's something you can actually, build on. Like, build on that, help the kids nowadays. And actually, something I want to leave my children. Like, your dad had something, I want to pass it along to you. Because I'm not going to be here forever. And also, I maybe can't do this forever. I'm going to do this as much as I can, but also run the business as well. I want to actually get more people under me, teach them and actually show them the game and actually get them out there. Yeah, they be running for the business and working for the business that's represented. I'm not going to stop. Actually, if you want to make it on your own or do something on your own, you have my business and you have me and your support. They're showing that, okay, I worked at this job. Just like basically like I worked at the sheriff's department and over here and now I'm finna go to the base or I did correction. I got a foundation I had with another company that I can go to another company with. Cause that's what they're gonna look at. So you can basically put it on your resume.
Facts.
You can do something like that, or case might be. You can actually build on your own. It's there. You just have to use it and you gotta have a lot of discipline.
Absolutely.
This game here. Discipline. You gotta have patience too.
And that's that one skill that transfers. If you got discipline, like I said, I'm in the military. I do this videography, and then my real job, I'm a litigationist. I handle lawsuits and like serious injuries. If you got to have discipline anywhere you go, with military following orders from people, whether the video, somebody want to come do something on their video, follow what they said, or even like discipline with the litigation, everywhere you go, that's the one transferable skill that will never do you wrong no matter what industry you in. If you can listen to other people, if you can follow other people, you can just keep within yourself, the discipline within yourself just to do what you know you're supposed to do, man, they can never let you down once you learn that skill. Man, for real. That's the most underrated skill you can have.
That's it right now, man. That is it.
Speak to this though, I know it was something obviously that I picked up is you didn't realize, I don't think till after you started detailing that your grandfather detailed. When did you find that out? How was learning that?
Yo, I found that out about Granddaddy Nelson at his funeral. Wow. That's how it was sad, but it had a light on it. I said, wow. I knew my granddaddy worked, man. My granddad was a grinder. My dad is a grinder. I came from these two cloths. So regardless how everything goes, I'm always going to be a grinder and a hard worker regardless. My mom used to say this every day. You were just like your granddad and your dad. You stay working, stay doing something. You're not sitting in the house twiddling your damn thumbs and like saying like, okay, how I'm gonna get this paid or where I'm gonna get this from. It's out there. Find a way to go get it though. My granddad had so many jobs, man, and when he said he was detailed, he did so many of them. I'm like, out of all jobs, he did detail. My dad even knew at the time. My dad said, "No, I didn't know that either." I said,
"How did it even come up at the funeral then?"
Because in his reading out his obituary and all that type of stuff, and all these jobs was lined up.
Oh,
and I was like, "He did what? He did how many?" I was like, "God, my granddad was granddad stay grind."
When you a hustler though, I guarantee you done did something in every field. You should have known he was hustling like that. I know he done detailed a car too at some point in his life. Now, shout out to him. Rest in peace, of course. That's awesome to see how that came together, man.
Yeah, it actually did, brother. And I was like, just to see that actually more into a circle, you're like, you know what, man, listen, that's more, motivation to just keep this roll, keep this ball going. Because like now you see your granddaddies do the same thing, and now to the point where now you're doing it.
It just feel like it's your calling.
There you go.
See how things line up, even things that you didn't expect. That's how things line up.
Yes, man.
One thing we haven't said yet, which is very important. How do these people book with you? How do these people get in contact with you for your services?
Yes, okay. Right now you can get on the page as well. I have the booking site up there as well. I just have to update it, but I will get that real soon. And also doing a website so we can start doing my bookings there. But at the same time, box me. You can actually reach out to my as well, Desperation, and her number is on there as well. So you can reach out to her or me. And also I got, my friends out there as well. I got Gabriel, and you guys reach out to him as well too. He got everything looking, man, and get you scheduled and get you taken care of. That's just how the bang gonna go.
No, that's a fact. If somebody, I guess I'm gonna ask this because just so people can kind of have ideas on when they would need to book for, some people like, yo, I need it done by this date. How far out in advance would somebody need to book to make sure they can get you when they probably need you?
I would really say 2 weeks.
Okay.
I really would say 2 weeks because at the same time,
that's awesome. You got 2 weeks out. That's
yeah. My books it'll get busy, and I'll be surprised if you get me the next day. Like, say if you call me today and want it done the next day, I would be surprised myself because that's how far my bookings go.
Yeah,
that's to the point right now. Books already started the first day of April. Be honest.
That's real. I like
that.
So
it's like it's consistent. It's been going very, very strong. And like I said, I appreciate all the love. Appreciate what God has given me and His talent and whatnot. And also the people who actually spread it out there and the content I put out there. People just to come to me and like specifically, I want you.
That's real.
Like,
I need to get on that schedule because my car, boy.
I got you, man.
I should have been parked 3 cars down for the detail lane, see what my car looked like, man. That's my fault. Whew.
Oh, we'll take a look at it after this. We're going to take a good look at it.
Hey, my car's so bad. Hey, I had somebody detail my car before I cleaned it up a little bit before they got there. Just so you knew, hey, that's how you know that's the type of dirty my car was. I can't even lay him.
Come on, man. Listen, get your first stuff out of there. Please do at first. But listen, leave whatever junk in there. It'll make a great video. Content.
That's exactly why I said, nah, he's not getting me like this. I look out the window, man. Look, before. I don't want to be the before car. Y'all ain't gonna believe how I did this. I don't want to be that car. Like, can y'all believe what I did with this? Nah, not my car. Nah. All trash. I even sprayed it down a little bit. Like,
you really went. You might have went to do the whole thing out of that.
I done did a slick detail on my own car, but the detailing out there. Let me put it in the range. Say, he ain't gonna judge me. I know you done walked to a couple cars like, yo, you can't be like, come on, man. I'm gonna do it, but come on, man. Like, for real.
Listen. I'm not gonna put nobody on blast.
Absolutely not, of course.
But some people really, really need to really get the concept in your mind. Is my car dirty or clean? If it's obvious you see it dirty, do something about it. You probably can't do as much as maybe as a professional one does or something like on that grade.
Yeah.
But
if you see trash,
just get it up.
To get it out, man.
Because I promise you, it's gonna make a great content. I'm telling you, if I see it.
That's why I'm like, yo.
I'm sorry. Listen, we ain't hold no punches. Put it like that. We ain't gonna hold no punches. We're gonna get this content out there. They're gonna push it to the point where the customer like, dang, I can't believe you did that, ooh, and all that. And I'm like, and then they family members see it, or their friends see it, the coworkers might see it, like, who touched your car?
Well, I guess it work out because it be like, yo, like, Damn, he did. He managed to do that, but at the same time, you gotta look at the person. Yo, why you gonna call this nigga? Like, what you doing in there, man? Like, that's why I'm like, nah, I can't let him get me like that, nah.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go to the worst of the worst. The longest time. My worst detail I had came up recently.
Oh Lord.
I spent 4 days on this vehicle.
4 days on one car?
4 days on this vehicle. 19 hours and 52 minutes to be exact. So I parched those hours up for those 4 days that I did it. And that time my son was gonna be born too. So my son was born, so I had to really stop at the time, but got back on it. But man, listen.
How do you get a car? Like, I'm not judging. I'm pretty sure everybody got an explanation. How do you get a car so dirty? It take me 4 days to clean it. Like, that's wild.
I'm gonna say this: when you got mold, it's a whole different story.
Oh yeah, mold itself. Yeah, you got to treat it, let it sit, and like, wow.
Took out the seats. Everything that came apart came apart. That's exactly what I did.
Take the whole car apart.
Took the whole car apart. Inside, yes. Outside, man, listen. It needed paint correction. It needed to bring back that black back to life. Cause that black looked so dull to the point where so much oxidation was built up on it and mildew. And black. This is black now we talking about. It look
gray at this point.
There you go. That's crazy. Definitely, man. It's engine bay cleaning, headlight restoration. They got everything under the sun that got to be done with that car. And when them folk came and saw that car, they literally couldn't believe this was their car.
They're like, man, you must have bought one that looked kind of like it this month. But I know you got paid on that, boy.
Listen, it's all on Facebook. It's all Instagram and my TikTok, man. Like, I post all.
I gotta go find that one. I gotta see this one.
You got to, man.
That's wild.
Black Hyundai Sonata, actually. And
maybe it got rained in the sun. I don't know.
Be like they how the customer told me, like, they put it was on a tree. And then you're on a tree if you don't drive it or some sort of that nature, because really the battery was actually not getting much power as well. So I had to jump the battery off and get it back right. And just the fact where it just sat there and sit, the rain had to get into it. Yeah. It had to be some type of way it got in there.
That happened to me with one of my first cars. My window, like, it automatically took itself down. So, like, anytime it rained, I had to run outside and make sure the window ain't get me this time. Man, and obviously, I ain't.
It started with that mildew smell first, but then after that mildew,
I didn't know you did. I needed you. That's why I said I can't judge, because my first car was a 2001 Saturn. I loved her name was Lucy, but by the end of it, boy, I only paid $1,200 for it, so I got my money for it. I rode around for a while, but at the end, that car probably wasn't worth $350 to keep it real. It got rained in. It was bad. If I known you then, I probably could have saved her, man. Lucy, if you still out there, man, I might come try and get you, man. Now that I know him,
save Lucy.
Hey, now that I know him, we might can bring Lucy back, man. But nah, this is the part of the obviously I think that we learned a lot. Anybody watching this, obviously they learned you from Cochran, got your degree from Middle Georgia, of course. Go Bulldogs, you know they the Knights now. We from the Bulldog era. Played soccer, obviously how your business started, working in corrections. I feel like anybody who didn't know you kind of got a pretty good idea of your story. They know how to reach you, but of course nobody knows you better than you. So this is why I open up the floor so you can say anything else you want to be said.
Okay. Well, for me, like I said, I'm a kind-hearted person, and I do love people. Don't get me wrong, and for me to be being honest and being a straightforward person goes a long way with me being respected. Because at the same time, I am a businessman, but also I'm a family man as well. So at the same time, you got to really, really think before you approach me. Please have your stuff right. Like don't come incorrect. Please come correct. Because the thing about it is, you're gonna actually get that dish back out to you, but I probably have to do it. God gonna have to do it to you. So I'm not finna sit here and blow my standards to the point where going in like you're going in. So I'm not the type of person to go. I'm not that competition. I really don't like it because I know how I can get. And like I said, you don't nobody know better than me. Right. So yeah, just come correct, man, and be like that. And for business purposes, man, listen, come shop with me. I promise you, man, I'm gonna get you right. Have my people take care of you, get you on the books, and hopefully we can continue the maintenance detail. I get a package name with the maintenance, and basically keep your car up and running. You'll basically pay like half of what you normally was gonna pay. So it just basically try to reward you for keeping your stuff up, and being responsible as an adult. That's just pretty much it.
I like that. You say you do like monthly packages too?
Mm-hmm. The monthly packages. Hey, 3 months. Hey, long as you right, the paper good. We all good.
Hey, I like that.
I'm gonna take care and I'm gonna do my part now. I got you.
I can't, like I tell anybody who sits down with me, man, of course I wish everybody who follows me to follow you afterwards, but obviously I can't guarantee that. One thing I can guarantee, I'm gonna have to call you. I don't know.
Listen,
I don't know
blessings, bro. Blessings, bro.
I'm
appreciate you.
I'm gonna get on a book soon, man. I definitely will. But in all seriousness, man, this one was definitely a pleasure. This was a joy. It was a pleasure to get to know you a little bit deeper. And like I said, I can't speak to nobody else, but nah, you don't get a call from me after I clean my car a little bit first. I got time because you 2 weeks out anyway. So
you got some time. You got some time.
Get on that schedule though. And, I'm definitely gonna need a detail from you. But tell these people one last time where they can follow you from. Where they can follow you at again.
All right, man. You can follow me on Facebook at Brandon's Mobile Detailing LLC. You can follow me on Instagram as well, Brandon's Mobile Detailing LLC, and on TikTok, Mr. Never Give Up. Got some great videos on there with that fire music that everybody listens to today. And man, listen, transformations, they're real. And I promise I do them just as good or not better than anybody else.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, if this great gentleman, this is my right. I can't even remember my left and right. If this great gentleman to my right has nothing else to say, my name is Lawrence Ray, and we are done.